Hello sillies, if you do not know me already, my name is Solstice and I use he, they, it pronouns. Today I would like to talk about a topic that has been circulating around the ultra-human community and that a lot of ultra-human content creators have spoken up about, so I would like to say something about that. Posting this now would be breaking my break that I am currently taking, but I would still like to get this out. So, first of all, we are all aware that there are a lot of, I'm going to use the term that is commonly used, young therians, and that a lot of them don't seem to know what therianthropy actually is, or they think they know what it is and they've got it all wrong. So, first of all, being a therian just means that you involuntarily identify as an animal in any way, whether that be physically, mentally, psychologically, etc. A lot of beings seem to think that it is a strictly non-physical identity. That is not true. Physical therians do exist, and I myself am one of them. And just saying that therianthropy does not include physical identities, such as holothers and physical therians, I don't know. It's kind of weird to me that you're excluding experiences that some beings have just because you think that they're not as common. When I first was introduced to the concept of therianthropy, before I knew that I was an alter being and that I do identify as an animal, the definition that I heard many beings say was that therianthropy was involuntarily identifying as an animal in a non-physical way. We should know that that's not true. So I just wanted to say that up front. But going back to the thing about the young therians, a lot of them seem to think that being a therian surrounds gear and quadrobics. It is not. Many alter beings may do quadrobics and or make gear to connect with their alter type, but just because you wear a mask or you do quadrobics does not mean that you are alter human, and it is not a requirement of being a therian. Like, you can just not have a mask, you don't have to do quadrobics, you don't have to do vocals, you don't have to do any of that. And there are many content creators that are just quadrobists, and I see a lot of beings saying, oh my gosh, I'm a therian too, like, oh, what's your stereotype? No, just because you wear a mask and you do quadrobics doesn't mean that you are a therian. And something kind of related is that I've noticed that a lot of beings that are unaware of what being a therian means seems to think that they're the same as furries. That is also not true. Although there is big overlap between the two communities, there being therians who are also furries and vice versa, that does not mean that they're the same thing. Being a furry means you have an interest in anthropomorphic characters, which are animal or non-human characters with human qualities or characteristics. And I am aware that a lot of beings seem to make misinformation out to be this huge problem, and I know it's not, but it still is an issue that needs to be addressed. A lot of beings go around saying things that they have heard other beings say, and it just keeps continuing on of something that somebody missaid something, or they just believed something that they read on the internet that isn't true, and then that started circulating around and was like adapted into the new definition of an identity. So I just wanted to come on here and talk about that because a lot of beings are just saying that, oh yeah, no, being a therian means you just mentally identify as an animal, and you know you're not actually an animal, you identify as human. No, that's the opposite point of therianthropy. Windward Pause did mention something close to this, and he said that this should not be a hot take, and I very much agree that if you do not identify as an animal, you are not a therian. Like, that's what being a therian is, and that's what therianthropy is identifying as an animal in some way, whether it be physical or mental or spiritual or many other ways. Hello, I just wanted to say something that I forgot to say yesterday. I've also seen many younger therians, or many beings who consider themselves a therian, to get it confused with identities such as being otherlink or other-hearted, and I just wanted to say this, even though I know it has been said so many times. You cannot choose to be a therian. You cannot stop being a therian unless you go through severe trauma or an injury or anything else like that. And being an otherlink means you choose like the animal or entity that you identify as, but you still have experiences similar to therianthropy. And if you do it solely for fun, that is fun link. And other-hearted is when you feel a connection to an entity, or you identify with the entity. That is not the same thing as identifying as it. So yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick. Yeah, I just wanted to spread more awareness about that if anybody sees this. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you are. Stay silly.